My sister caused a tragic accident while driving drunk, and I made sure she never drove again. I'm 28, my sister Lauren is 31. She's always been the wild one. Parties on work nights, speeding tickets. I'm fine, relax. I was a boring younger sibling with a first aid kit in my car and taxi apps on speed dial. Every time I rescued her, she'd grin and say, "See? Nothing bad ever happens." I wish that had stayed true. Last year, her company threw a big Friday night party. Before she left, I said, "If you drink, call me. I'll pick you up." Seriously. She rolled her eyes. "It's a 10-minute drive, I'll be fine. Stop acting like my mom." Around midnight I texted, "Need a ride?" She answered, "Had a couple, but I'm good. Don't freak out." At 2 a.m., an unknown number called. "Are you Lauren's sister?" a calm voice asked. "This is the hospital. Your sister's been in a serious accident. Please come." When I arrived, Lauren was on a bed in a neck brace, eyes glassy, asking a nurse, "Is my car totaled? My insurance will kill me." A police officer took me into a small room. "There was a father and his young son crossing at the light," he said quietly. "Your sister didn't stop in time. The child didn't survive. The father is physically okay but in shock." The words didn't fit in my head. Through the wall I could hear a man crying in a way I'd never heard before. Lauren, meanwhile, kept asking if she'd be able to go back to work soon. She was charged with driving under the influence and causing a fatal collision. Our parents went straight into denial. "She made a mistake," my mom said. "We're all suffering." They hired a lawyer, turned off the news, and called it the incident. We weren't allowed to say the boy's name at home. It felt like erasing him. In court, the prosecutor read a statement from the boy's parents. His favorite cartoon, how he loved dinosaurs, how his backpack was still by the door. Lauren cried when the judge looked at her and suspended her license. He ordered her not to drive at all before sentencing, no exceptions. Outside, Lauren wiped her tears and muttered, "They talk like I woke up wanting this to happen. It could have happened to anyone. It happened because you drove after drinking," I said. She snapped, "You sound like those people online who don't know me." For a few months, I tried to believe fear would keep her off the road. Then I literally saw the opposite. Leaving work one evening, I watched an old silver sedan roll past the office. It was a car we'd shared in college, still registered in my name because we'd never fixed the paperwork. Lauren was at the wheel. She saw me. Our eyes met. She hit the gas. That night I confronted her. "You're driving," I said. "You promised the judge you wouldn't." "It's just short trips," she replied. "Groceries, my friend's place. I can't be stuck in the house forever. I'm already being punished enough. A child lost his life," I said. "Staying off the road is the bare minimum." "I'm not a monster, okay?" she shot back. "I made one mistake. I'm not going to let it destroy my entire future." That line, "one mistake," echoed in my head for days. I kept imagining another parent in another crosswalk. Because the car was in my name, I was legally attached to whatever she did with it. I started taking photos whenever I caught her driving. Date, time, street signs, her behind the wheel. It felt awful, but the alternative felt worse. Finally, I called the prosecutor's office and asked for the victim support advocate. "I'm her sister," I said, voice shaking. "She's supposed to not drive, but she is. I'm scared someone else will get hurt." The advocate didn't sound shocked. "You're not the first family member to tell us something like this," she said gently. "If you're willing, send us what you have." At the next hearing, halfway through, the prosecutor asked to address the court and handed the judge a folder. My parents looked confused. Lauren just looked bored until she saw the photos. "Despite this court's order," the prosecutor said, "the defendant has repeatedly driven a vehicle. These images show her operating a car registered to her sister on multiple days." Lauren's face drained of color. My parents turned toward me in slow motion. The judge studied the photos, then Lauren. "Ms. Harris, did you drive after this court ordered you not to?" She stammered. "It was only local. My sister hates me. She's blowing it up. I can't be a prisoner." The judge's voice stayed calm. "A young child lost his life. His parents will never see him start school, never see him grow up. You were given a clear instruction to prevent further harm. Choosing convenience over that order shows this court exactly how seriously you take your responsibility." He revoked her bail on the spot. 2 officers walked her out in handcuffs. My mother sobbed. Lauren stared at me like I'd personally destroyed her life. In the hallway, my dad whispered, "How could you do that to your own sister?" I answered, "How could we keep letting her gamble with other people's kids? We've protected her from consequences her entire life. Look where that got us." Lauren eventually accepted a plea deal: years in prison, mandatory treatment, a long probation, and a lifetime driving ban in our state. When she is released, she can't legally drive again. My parents still say I chose a stranger over family. Maybe they're right in a way. But that stranger had a favorite cereal, a half-finished art project on the fridge, and parents who will spend every birthday at a cemetery instead of a party. Did I ruin my sister's future? Possibly. But she had already ended someone else's. Making sure there isn't a second family living that nightmare is something I can live with, even if my own family never forgives me. If you've ever had to choose between protecting someone you love and protecting everyone else from someone you love, you're not alone. Share one line of your story in the comments, or just drop a prohibited automobile broken heart if this hit close to home. And if you want more real stories about hard boundaries and impossible choices, hit subscribe and stay with me. Maybe the next one will make you feel a little less alone.